Hey guys, my name's Keyan Houshmand, and in today's video we're going to be checking out the notorious Line 6 Spider and determine once and for all if it's a really good practice amp or just a hot piece of garbage like most people would have you believe. Let's have a look. So the idea for this video came when I lent this amp to a friend because his interface broke and he just wanted to be able to play through something, and this was lying around from back when I bought it in 2011 and I didn't really use it anymore, so I said, here, you can have it for as long as you need, and when you get all that stuff sorted out. He gave it back, and when I got it back, to be honest, I completely forgot that I owned it, and I was like, oh my god, I should make a video to see if I can get a good tone out of it. Now, if you're not familiar with the Line 6 Spider and all the controversy that surrounds it, the internet these days would have you believe that this is a very bad amp. However, context is everything. Example being the reason why I even owned this in the first place. I was 11 or 12 and I just wanted to have a bunch of different sounds that I could jam to with my songs, and I could plug my phone in the back and play my songs through the speaker as well, which is a really nice touch. This particular model of the Line 6 Spider came out in 2009. This is the Line 6 Spider Mark IV 75. There is a Mark V version now, which is a little bit recent. However, the meme has kind of continued, even if it's a little bit newer. It's gone to the point where really big YouTubers in the music metal scene, like Glenn Fricker at Expected Sound Studios, actually smashed a Line 6 Spider on his channel. And that ties in really nicely with the bunch of guitar and music meme pages across Instagram and Facebook that absolutely bash this amp to death. Let's not lie to ourselves, when you look at this thing on paper, you'd think that it's a very viable option. You get an inbuilt looper, you get a bunch of different effects where you can even control the modulation and the rate and all the different settings of those individual effects of within the amp's interface. Things like the compressor, auto wah, pitch, chorus, phaser, tremolo, delay, tape echo, sweep echo, inbuilt reverb. There's so many things, so many effects that you can control. You get 16 different channels across the amp. So you get 8 main channels and each one has 2 separate, like a green and a red version. So you get the clean, twang, class A, blues, crunch, high gain, metal, and the infamous insane channel. So all in all, you get 16 different channels in this amp, an inbuilt looper, all these different effects. You can plug your phone in the back and play songs through it. You can get the line out and put it through an interface to record direct. You can even put a MIDI foot pedal in the back of the amp and control everything with a MIDI foot pedal if you wish. And to top it all off, the speaker that's actually inside the amp is a Celestion based speaker. It's a custom Celestion speaker, so it's a very nice brand of speaker. It's not very cheapy at all. It's a Celestion speaker. So when you look at all those things altogether, you start to think, wow, like this is a very good option if I'm just starting out or just want something to gig around with or take to my mate's house and stuff like that. However, people have criticized this amp heavily for just generally not sounding good, and even with the abundance of different effects, none of them really sound good. The amp sounds don't really sound good, and they think it just sounds a little bit dated. So now that I'm not 11 years old anymore, I'm 20 years old, and I've kind of figured out what my ear's like in terms of tone, I thought I'd put myself to the challenge of getting a really nice, usable, modern metal tone out of this amp, putting it through a mix, and letting you guys be the judge of whether it sounds good or not. As always, if you guys like this video at any time and you want to see more guitar related stuff like this, definitely think about subscribing. And if you want the stems and the tabs for the demo song that you're about to hear, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link in the description. So with the insane channel engaged, strap yourselves in. This is what it sounds like in a mix. Okay, so now I've switched over to my Jackson Mishima USA HT6, and what we've got going on now is my phone recording the amp over here, my camera recording me, and I'm directing the audio that's coming out of the amp into my interface so it can come through my speakers, going through Reference 4 by Sonarworks and stuff like that, just so I can get a really accurate representation of the sound quality and just the general like audio that's coming out of the amp, as opposed to just being on the floor, being influenced by things like being in the small enclosure and bass response and stuff like that. So now I'm just going to play through a couple tones that I made as I was using it the other day. So it's got like a lead patch, just a high gain rhythm tone, which you heard in the demo song, a clean patch, and then a crunchier type of patch. So I'm just going to jam. And that's it. So if you guys like this video at any time, definitely hit like, and if you want to see more stuff like this, definitely subscribe. I really liked making this video. It was a really fun one to make. Again, if you want the stems and the tabs for the song that you heard before, definitely check out the Patreon. Link is in the description. Massive thank you to all the Patreons for supporting me and what I do with this channel. I can't thank you guys enough. To be honest, I thought it sounded pretty good in a mix. However, it can be a little bit biased because I made the track. So I'm going to let you guys be the judge. What do you guys think of the tone? Do you think it's a good viable option for quick little demos like that? If you have it, would you put it to use again? Would you dust it off and get it out the cupboard and maybe have a playthrough again to see what you can do with it? Definitely let me know in the comments. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao.